Hi, fifth grade. Today we are going to start the last project that we're going to do with the saltwater and freshwater on Earth. We have explored it and now we're going to graph it. We're actually going to make two graphs, but the first one you're going to do is just the 97% and 3%. Okay? We discovered that there's 97% saltwater on the Earth, right? And only 3% freshwater. So we've got two choices on how to do this. I have given you this beautiful circle, okay? And you can use this circle to show the percentages of saltwater and freshwater on Earth. The easiest way to do that, you're going to want to find the midpoint of your circle. So you're going to want to take the pen tool or the highlighter, and you're going to think about this whole circle is 100%, okay? So if we were to divide this circle into quarters, right? Okay, stop there. And then we scroll down because we got to keep going. Now, I will tell you done is better than perfect on this. So don't stress if your lines are not 100% perfect. If you can show me or your teacher that you understand the main idea, then we're not going to get super nitpicky about whether or not your lines are straight, okay? So now I've divided this into quarters, okay? And that gives us the midpoint of our circle, because what we really need is our midpoint, because 3% is going to fall right about like there. So we need to draw a line down here, okay? Now this is my 3% freshwater. So I'm going to then take my highlighter tool and I'm going to fill it in with, right, I'm going to make it super wide, make my job easier, okay? I'm just going to fill this in, okay? All of this, I'm going to fill in because all of this is saltwater. Now, I expect you to do a better job than I'm doing because I'm just showing you how to do it, okay? So I would color all of this, the whole circle, except for this tiny little part. And then color this a different color. I'm going to choose green, right? Well, I may need a narrower point to get into that little corner, okay? Let me make sure I get it nice. Nope, might need to choose a narrower point, but okay. Just like that. And then you're going to use the pen tool. Now, beats neat. Neat is important, perfect is not, okay? So then you're going to take the pen tool and you're going to tell me that this is 97% saltwater, okay? And saltwater is all one word, okay? You could also insert a text box into it, salt water, okay? You're also going to draw an arrow out like this and tell me that this is 3% freshwater, okay? That's the first way you can do the one that we have done today. Now I'm going to undo all of this because I don't want it to stay on the class kick because that, you have to do your own assignments. It's not my job to do your assignment, right? Oh, now I got to erase. Erase the lines, erase the lines, erase the lines, okay? So that's today's assignment, is to do the 97 and 3. The other way you could do it is to get yourself a piece of paper and a paper plate, okay? I like paper plates and I'll show you why. We're gonna go right over here to my board and I'm gonna take my paper plate and I am just gonna draw the circle around the paper plate. Around we go. And again, done is better than perfect, okay? Does not have to be perfect. Neat, but not perfect, right? To get the midpoint using the paper plate, I'm gonna fold the paper plate in half. And then I set the paper plate inside the line I just drew. And I draw a line like this. And then I go the other way, like this. Oops. Now I have my midpoint right about there. And I can draw my little 3% here, right? Just like that, okay? And let me show you the sample I made for class today. So this is the sample that I made for class, and you can see I just kind of scribbled in it. I expect yours to be neater and tidier and more filled in than this, but this gives you an idea of what I'm looking for. So you'll notice I've got it labeled saltwater 97%. I've got my freshwater labeled at the top. You can also do a key with the colors. So I colored in that the blue is the saltwater and the green is the freshwater at the bottom here. Either one of those would be fine. If you want to do one like this and you want to show me, what you need to do is use the webcam on your Chromebook. It's right up at the top, okay? And you're going to go to the class kick, and you're going to click here where the camera is. You say add image, camera, and it will take a picture of the thing that you hold up in front of it, okay? So you could just snap a picture and add it right in there if you would rather use paper and crayons or colored pencils or markers, okay? Your choice. Tomorrow, we will do the second slide, which is all about the amount of fresh water and where the fresh water is on Earth. So tomorrow, we're going to take this circle, we're going to divide it again, and we're going to use the numbers on, our first slide to help us make that graph. Now, you will notice these numbers down here, we rounded some of these numbers. Some of these numbers were so tiny, they'd be really hard to graph. So we rounded some of these numbers up just a little bit, but you still get the idea. There's not a lot of water in living things, right? Freshwater lakes, even though they seem huge, these include reservoirs too. So think about places like Jordanelle Reservoir, or even like Utah Lake and how big it is. That still only accounts for 1/4 of 1% or 0.25%. It's not a lot of fresh water. Okay. All right, I will see you tomorrow and we'll talk a little bit more. I'll show you my sample that I make tomorrow with the freshwater. Have a good evening.